Soccer 605, we're visiting with Dr. Mike Gunn, who is the Associate Provost here at South Dakota School of Mines and Technology. How long have you been in this position, Dr. Gunn?
This is beginning my fourth year in this particular position here at School of Mines.
And I detect a bit of an accent that sounds somewhat South Dakota, but maybe a little different.
I grew up in North Carolina, and then I spent a number of years in the military before I retired and became involved in higher education. So my last assignment was in Colorado, so I think I've got a little bit of a Midwestern drawl mixed in with my Southern accent, so I fool a lot of people given the way that I talk.
It did. It had me wondering, and I'm just thrilled that you came from North Carolina because being from North Carolina, you obviously understand the value of a college soccer program.
Oh, absolutely. In fact, I attended Wake Forest University, which has got one of the finest soccer programs in the country these days. Not so much when I was there about 100 years ago, but these days they have a very fine soccer program.
Yes, they certainly do. And speaking of very fine programs, I'd like to talk soccer with you a little bit more here a little later, but you have a very fine program here at South Dakota School of Mines and Technology. In fact, several of them. Can you share with our viewers some of the programs that are here for the students?
Right. We feel like this is one of the finest academic schools for scientists and engineers in the country. We do focus solely on science, natural sciences, and engineering. We've got 11 different engineering majors, everything from mining engineering to mechanical engineering to chemical engineering. We've got all the natural sciences, physics, chemistry, atmospheric sciences. So we believe that the programs here provide the opportunity for a student to grow academically, and if they choose to be on our soccer program, it gives them the opportunity to excel as a leader on the field, as a leader on the campus, and it makes them very, very marketable for employment following their education here.
And speaking of marketable for employment, we have to agree with you. You have some of the best programs here available. It's amazing. We're blessed in South Dakota to have this program right here in Rapid City. But you also have some very good marketability of your students with their degrees, correct?
We do indeed. Over the past 10 years, we've not dropped below 95% of all of our students getting a job within their field within 6 months or going on to graduate school within their field. We have many of our students who are employed with the top 100 corporations in the country, and we do internships and co-ops with many fine corporations. If it's a top 500 corporation, we've had students perform there. If it's a government organization that you'd have heard of, NASA, the Department of Defense, the Department of Transportation, Department of Energy, we've had students who have done co-ops there, and we find that many of our students follow up their co-op with employment at the actual institution where they received their in-school training.
So that's some great opportunities for students that are looking to go into those highly technical mining and engineering type positions. Now, what about, we talked about the programs that you have available here, but what kind of students do you have that are coming here?
We get exceptional students here. Only students who are interested in engineering and the natural sciences, mathematics, will even apply to come here. So students know that if they're interested in a degree in history or education or business, there are places that offer those that are fine universities, but this just doesn't happen to be that one. So the students that apply here are already adept at mathematics and science. So we get a very high quality student here. Over the last 3 to 4 years, our average entering grade point average from high school has been about a 3.5 or better. Our average ACT runs between 26 and 27 in both the composite and the mathematics fields. So we do feel that we get a very fine quality student coming out of high school. About 15% of our students each year come in as transfer students, and they come in from primarily pre-engineering programs or engineering programs in other four-year schools because they find that what we offer here is as or more competitive than where they were before.
Well, how many students are there on campus, and where do they come from? Are they mostly in this area? I think I know the answer to that. And then do most of them stay on campus? Is there housing available?
There's really two different answers to the first question. About half of our students are from South Dakota, and about half are from all over the country. We'll know our exact numbers here in about a week, but we think we're going to have somewhere around 2,450 students this year. That's up, we believe, about 5% over last year. Again, we'll know in about a week. Last year we had 42 states and 30 countries represented. We believe that we'll have the same kind of ratio of representation from across the country and across the nation. We bring in students who are interested not only in the education that they'll receive here, but they're also interested in the opportunities we provide through our extracurricular activities, the camp program where you build and design your own projects, to the athletic programs, soccer being the newest of those. We have on-campus housing for our freshmen and sophomores. A sophomore can live off campus by exception, and freshmen can live at home if they're from the Rapid City area. But we think it's important that our freshmen and sophomores live on campus to establish that cohort of students, the study groups, the group work that'll make them successful in the long run. Then our juniors and seniors, primarily, other than our dorm advisors, live off campus. It begins to transition them to real independence of adulthood. Find a place to live, pay your rent, pay your utilities, as well as go to school and be successful. So we think that is a way to help prepare them for life beyond just their education.
And there's a lot to be said, as you mentioned, for immersing yourself in the whole college experience and being a part of that. Let's move on now to the student athlete. We're all very, very pleased that School of Mines has added the men's college soccer program this fall here at Tech. How's that going?
It's going extremely well. Coach Berger was able to take a few students off the soccer club that we've had here for a long time that's been playing games with community colleges and so forth in the area, and add those as an upper class nucleus to a large number of freshmen and a couple of transfers that he's brought into the program that will begin to build the program. As with any new program in athletics, it is going to take a while to build, but the quality of student that we brought in here is exceptional in the soccer program. We feel that the quality of athlete that we brought in here is exceptional, and it's just going to take a while for those young men to gel together as a team. They've been, they struggled the first couple of games, but you'd expect that out of any new organization, and we think they're going to turn out to be very successful here. I challenge Coach Berger to get us in the top 15 in the nation next year.
And I wouldn't be surprised if he can do that. Speaking of your quality and your standards of excellence that you have here, some of us have known Coach Berger for a while when he was at Drake and involved with ODP for USU Soccer and doing training there, and you really did a great job and were successful in bringing in a top-notch coach here.
We're really pleased to have Coach Berger here. He brings the right credentials. He's started programs at other institutions, so he has that experience. As an assistant coach at Drake with a quality soccer program there, he's had the opportunity to learn from some of the best coaches and coach some of the best players that we see in the country. So we believe that his experience here is going to be just the right thing for us. We brought in a brand new assistant coach, a young fella who's got a lot of energy and relates to the players extraordinarily well. So I think our coaching team here is going to bring this program along much more rapidly than you might find at a lot of other schools.
And we're looking forward to meeting with the rest of the coaching team a little bit later here. Well, Dr. Gunn, we really appreciate you taking time to visit with us at Soccer 605 and giving the prospective student athlete who's looking for an engineering or mathematical college experience and a great soccer experience a very good option. We're looking forward to the games this weekend, what we're calling the homecoming games for Tech, and wish you guys the best of luck.
Thank you very much for the opportunity to speak with you. Go Hardrockers.
Amen.